These mixed polyester genes should be rounded up and exterminated.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring. Personality.
Talking about her beautiful blue eyes, concerning.
Today we're talking about a woman who is being canceled for being white, I guess. Because apparently that's all it takes to become public enemy #1 nowadays. Now, to be clear, I am not a fan of Sydney Sweeney. You probably know that if you saw my feminism video, right? I find her entire brand to be regressive, self-objectifying, and frankly exhausting. We had the degenerate bathwater soap stunt, which was embarrassing, and her obsession with appealing to corn-addicted men. That's a performance we've seen 1,000 times. But we've reached a point where people are more outraged about Sydney Sweeney's appearance, her whiteness to be exact, than these actual issues. So today we're gonna be getting into this outrage, why people think that this ad is Yahtzee propaganda. But before we start, make sure you are subscribed. Now, let's begin with the suggestive American Eagle campaign. So the ad features Sydney Sweeney and she says, "I have great genes." Or is it genes, as in genetics? That's the whole point. The wordplay here is deliberate. It references her body, her appearance, her desirability, and that she is genetically gifted. The ad went viral and American Eagle stock surged because these sexualized ads work. This is not a shock. Edgy ads appear to defy the wokeism lately embraced by some major brands, sometimes with disastrous effects, according to commenters on social media. Based ad campaigns are back, and wokery is gasping for breath. Okay, so as we go through these videos, I want you to ask yourself, what is considered based? This reminded me of the ad with the burger during the Super Bowl, I believe, and people were like, we're so back. Based. Back to what? Sexualizing people you find attractive, then it's fine. Well, that's hypocritical. You can't say, I'm tired of everything being sexualized. Oh wait, but I am attracted to that person, so now it's okay. We move away from sexualizing everything in the media, regardless of your race or gender or sexuality. How about that? Because a lot of people are very hypocritical when it comes to this. Last year, Sweeney partnered with men's personal care brand Dr. Squatch, one limited edition product, a bathwater bliss soap made with droplets from one of Sweeney's baths. Sold out instantly and triggered a frenzy of resale listings on eBay. Degenerate seller, degenerate buyers. It's sad. This is what we should be focusing on. Not, wait a second, this is actually Yahtzee propaganda because she's white. Let's watch the ads. Are they that bad? Let's see.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
You see what I did there, right? Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color.
This is almost exactly like what we saw with Brooke Shields in that creepy commercial for Calvin Klein jeans, I believe, and she was 15. She famously said, "Nothing comes between me and my Calvins." And also, she has great genes. Genes, genetics, yeah.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code.
But she didn't have blue eyes or blonde hair. So I guess at least now we're actually hiring women and not teen girls in these sexualized ads. The bar is low. But thanks for that. Thank you.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Well, girl, you're panning the camera down, so not that any man is gonna be looking at her eyes. But I gotta say, visually, we're meant to see Sweeney as soft, blank, passive, right? Her expression is hollow. Dead-eyed even, I'd say. It reminds me of that eerie Bonnie Blue stare that people talk about. That vacant look that may come from selling your image or your body in this case over and over and over again.
Eyes up here.
That's the propaganda. Wow. I thought it was gonna be like kind of bad. That's gonna be in history books.
That's gonna be in history books.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Genes made with 100% white cotton. These genes are so pure, all the other genes should be set on fire. These mixed polyester genes should be rounded up and exterminated.
Yeah, that's exactly what was said in the ad. Yeah. No, you got problems. You guys have problems. That's what I heard too. The dog whistles were so obvious.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like the propaganda weird. Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
Oh, the horror. She's white and blonde, and she's actually a brunette, but she dyed her hair blonde. Blue-eyed? Oh, she's Hitler. Sydney Sweeney knows what she's signing up for, right? Doesn't mean the rest of us should pretend this is somehow somehow empowering because she chose to do this. It's not. It's recycled, it's profit-driven, and painfully transparent.
So I'm thinking about like all of the young girls who are doing their back to school shopping right now at places like American Eagle who are seeing ads like this.
Yeah, are you also thinking about those same girls when you're seeing ads from Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B who sexualize themselves way more? Oh, but then you can't say anything, right? I want to point out both. I think both are impacting women and men negatively. But for some reason, it's only acceptable when it's a white woman. Why? I also saw the comment, she doesn't just play Cassie, right? She became her. And honestly, I feel like that's the most accurate read I've seen in a while, because if you don't know, Cassie is her character from Euphoria. She's pretty much defined by her addiction to male validation, specifically that one guy. I watched it a long time ago. I think his name was Nate, and he was like the absolute worst. But Cassie likes him for whatever reason, and she ruins friendships, she betrays people, she spirals, all in the pursuit of being seen as desirable. The comparison makes sense since Sydney Sweeney built a brand by selling herself to the male gaze. Sydney has taken that fictional desperation and turned it into a real-life business model, selling bathwater-infused soap bars. She knows exactly who her audience is: emotionally underdeveloped men addicted to pornography. She does not care how this hurts both men and women, because she gets money. So no, I don't admire Sydney Sweeney. I don't think she's a good role model, but I don't think having conservative relatives, I believe that's also a reason people try to cancel her, should be a reason to try and cancel someone.
God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato.
Because Sydney Sweeney said that she has great genes, the implication is that she supports eugenics. I think this is like a Hollywood woke tax, right? If you are a woman, especially a white woman, in the spotlight, you're expected to pay your dues with constant political performance. It doesn't matter what you actually believe. You must repost, you must donate, you must march, condemn, and if you don't, you are immediately suspicious, especially if you're quiet, especially if you're attractive. It's not about your values, it's about optics and virtue signaling. Your ability to look like the right kind of white, the soft, apologetic, progressive kind who never misses a social justice trend and knows how to say the word intersectionality with tears in your eyes. I'm so sorry for being white. You can push back against that without selling your bathwater. You can push back against that without objectifying yourself. It's possible. Now, if you fail that woke test, if you simply exist without signaling your allegiance, they won't just turn on you. They rewrite you as a villain. She didn't play the role of good white woman, the savior, the ally, the apologizer. She didn't disown her parents who might be Republicans. Instead, she stayed silent, detached. That's part of her image, right? And in today's climate, silence isn't neutrality, it's violence. So we've created a checklist: political awareness, but only the correct kind. Queer, brown, disabled, outspoken equals safe. White, straight, traditionally feminine or masculine. Quiet equals dangerous. And you must apologize. Sydney Sweeney does not meet that criteria, and that's the real reason she's being dragged. She refuses to conform to what people want a white woman to be. Me in high school watching the popular girl give her biology presentation.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality.
Hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato.
The words we use are never unintentional, and so for American Eagle to say that Sydney Sweeney has good genes is not an accident.
It's not an accident, it's wordplay. Genetics. Because she's pretty. Oh no, actually, it's because she's white. Why are we pretending Sydney Sweeney being white is the radical part here, right? The ad is not saying, let's erase minorities. It's saying, buy our genes because this conventionally attractive celebrity wore them. That is not a dog whistle. That is a kind of marketing. And it's been working for a long time across all races. Her sexualizing herself is not revolutionary. It's not empowering. It's also not racist though. It's just marketing. Lazy, recycled, and depressingly effective marketing. The irony is that the people who claim to fight for diversity are now advocating for the erasure of white people. Don't show them in ads. If you show them in ads, it's Yahtzee propaganda. Not in the name of inclusion. They're doing this as a form of punishment. This is not about equality. Because think about it, if your version of representation involves completely excluding white people from ads, from roles, from campaigns, then no, you're not fighting for diversity. You're replicating the same exclusionary logic you claim to oppose.
It is a signal, it's a dog whistle towards the rise of conservatism in this country. It's a dog whistle towards the rise of people who are wanting to see more people that look like them everywhere, and less diversity, less minorities, less people of different backgrounds in their media. This signals to them that American Eagle is on their side. This signals to them, to people who are white supremacists, people that decide that they would like to exclude others.
Couldn't help but notice your blue nails. else. What are you trying to signal? This is like what happened with Sydney Sweeney in that ad where she said, my jeans are blue. Girl, your nails are blue. Are you secretly Hitler?
The signals to them, to people who are white supremacists, people that decide that they would like to exclude others from the American experience. This shows that they're safe at American Eagle. But what I will say is that the marketing, talking about her beautiful blue eyes, concerning.
Very concerning. I just lost so many brain cells. What was that? When diversity becomes code for only this kind of identity is allowed to be visible, you stop talking about inclusion. You're starting to talk about control. I only want to see people that look like me on TV. That isn't diversity. Also, let's address the confirmation bias here. These people see racism in everything because they have trained their minds to look for it. It doesn't matter how neutral or harmless the action is. They will twist it in order to fit the narrative they've already decided is true. It's not about facts. It's about filtering reality through the lens of outrage. Once you wear those glasses, you'll find racism in a sock ad if you squint hard enough. So my question is, at what point will it be socially acceptable to be white? Are we just assigning racist as the default now? We're creating a climate where it's only safe for people who look sufficiently oppressed and say the right things on command. Everyone else canceled. And while Sydney's choices are deeply disappointing, especially the bathwater ad, right? This has nothing to do with racism. But I would love to hear your thoughts, so make sure you comment them below. What do you think about the ad? Also remember to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like this. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.